today. From Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. Justin Herbert and the Philadelphia Eagles versus Baker Mayfield and the New Orleans Saints.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
I got homies that can sleep with them. Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of
180. Hey, check.
Butt set.
Check 9.
Mayfield on first down. And he finds Howard complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And what a game he is coming off of.
Oh, unbelievable.
Absolutely. And you know how much I love the history of the game. He broke a record held by the Dutchman, Norm Van Brocklin, right? You got to go all the way back to 1951, and he threw for 554 yards in that game. And later, won a championship as a quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles in 1960.
And now that record has been set anew. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert eluding the pressure right. He'll fire. This is caught inside the 15. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Play action. It's Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And 10.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Steps away to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Showed some tough running, but couldn't free much space. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Jordan Brooks has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And taken right at the 35. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards.
The Eagles take over 1st and...
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with...
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, 1st down.
Check 56. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. 56. 56 is the mic. Okay, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Complete to number 4.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 81 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
On 2nd down now, Conrad. And he powers his way up past the 30. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
And inches.
They'll run now with Gaskin. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
50, 19 tight. 19 tight. The money. Pick me up. Here we go. Hey, 58. Let's go.
Off play action. Herbert Got Gordon open, completes it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down. Herbert. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
Check 56. Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
No. Are you serious?
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
On second down, it's Hines. Room to run inside the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They were looking for Marshall that time, but it's going to be second down.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Mike's 5'9".
From the gun, Mayfield. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Mike's 59. Watch the out. Watch the out. 59 Mike. 59 Mike.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
On second down now, Conrad. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14. Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Mayfield now. And he's got a man open. That's Marshall. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. This is Gaskin on the carry. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you...
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints are back within a score.
For the point after.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've...
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown one play later. How about...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
The conversion is no good on the fake extra point.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
I was going to ask you,
What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
We're killing ourselves.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit it. There's the penalty.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
A loss of 6
Well,
yards.
someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football.
Justin Herbert sacked.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to... And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield.
A loss of 7 yards. It's
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people would think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you, because it seems to be working pretty well.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles to take over. They were winners last week, defeating the New York Giants. They lead this one as well right now as they come up 1st and 10. From the 50, here's Herbert. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 43 yards.
58 to Mike. 58.
Off the play fake. Herbert being chased out left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
the play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They run with Hines. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Naeem Hines, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now, as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. fielded in the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark. And
touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints get a bit closer. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. In one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
26-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 24-yard touchdown. And this offense continues to pour it on. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Gaskin, and he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here comes the Saints punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taken from just outside the 30. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Off play action. Herbert, what a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So two thoughts come to mind. One, get some oxygen. Fill up your lungs a little bit. And number two, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
Off the play fake. Herbert, they'll roll him out right. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league.
The kicker on for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
55.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 30, the 20, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go into the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
He'll fire it deep for Rager. So we've reached halftime, and due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter.
Saints 21.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. From the 6. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about.
Oh, man.
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Off play action. Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fisher. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there. 87 yards. And the Eagles are pouring it on. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
Taken about 7 yards deep and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taken in at the 22. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Herbert flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Open man, Butler complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. Flushed out right. He'll fire it deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Reagor, his 5th touchdown now. Extra point attempt to follow here. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the posts. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on.
What?
Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled terrible.
Hey, watch the slant.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
56, Mike, 56. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. 56, Mike, 56, Mike, 56.
Mayfield to throw it. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
On 3rd down, Mayfield able to find Harris, complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
1st down.
Not today. 56.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 37-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. And he hits on the slant route to Marshall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Throwing, Mayfield. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
11 on the play.
11 more on that one and another first down.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Mayfield. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
26.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
A 5-yard pickup on the play.
Now Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for number 89.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Is good. Makes the score Eagles 68. Saints.
Kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
Here we go.
They begin the drive with Hines. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles continue to roll. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Fielded just outside the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First down.
To throw, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Mayfield now from the 50. Over the middle, complete. It's Marshall. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again, to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mayfield, and able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And you know what else happened on that play? He just went past 45,000 career passing yards.
He's going to cherish that moment, but he's also going to celebrate it with so many different people. Guys he's playing with currently, guys he's played with in the past, especially offensive linemen who've kept him upright to throw the ball, receivers who've caught it. I mean, just so many people to embrace. And last...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. There he goes, left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Eagles. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick-6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Fielded in the end zone, and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The New Orleans offense set to take over. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
Back to it after the pick-6. Mayfield looking middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Yo, God.
Here's Mayfield, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Byron Jones on the coverage.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
A loss of 8 yards.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Defense.
You can't do that.
Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
you were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones, the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
The kicker on.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in the end zone and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
How does the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here? Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
Deontay Harris.
A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards.
First down.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. What's that?
Defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go.
First down, Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
7 at the Eagles' 22-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
You can't block me.
Now Herbert following the turnover. He's got his man on the crossing route. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Offense.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. One play. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone, and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
5-yard line.
Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. And that is incomplete here. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
First down, Saints.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Danny. What's that?
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he finds Howard complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Come on, D. 56. Mike, 56, right there, right there.
Mayfield with it once more. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
At their own 21-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Past the 20, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Their own 25-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's caught by Howard. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
5 at the 30-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll run it with Johnson. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk reward is just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, Mayfield finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
26, Mike, 26.
Mayfield now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. William Jackson with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. A gain of 32 that time. Rolling to his right, and it's caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. His throw incomplete.
No good on the fake extra point.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in the end zone, and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Saints coming out now to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
And now here is another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So a pick-6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 5. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say, they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. Fielded in the end zone, and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
5-yard line.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
26, Mike. 26, Mike.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. And my goodness, another interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.